how long am I going to keep 3D printing parts to it until I just 3D printed an entire toilet? But then again, people have done that before.
So then, here we are.
If that's the intro you want to go with, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to lead with the big news of the week, which is actually big news of last week, but I failed to mention it entirely, that I fixed the squeak on my chair.
Oh.
Yes. So no more squeaky chairs to try and edit out. Yeah.
Maybe that's where the issue with the echo comes from. We just always had it, but we couldn't hear it because of the squeaking chair. Once you fix that, it's like, all right, there's another underlying problem here.
Fix one thing, find a host of other problems.
Exactly.
We're fixing a problem just after 1 week. That's unheard of.
I mean, if it's broke, leave it. You might break it more. That's,
You might find something else that's even worse. Yeah,
Exactly. If you open the bonnet, you might find something that you really don't want to know about. So just ignore that weird squeak and rattle. It'll probably work itself out.
It's the same approach to politicians. It might work itself out. Just leave them. I mean, it might get worse.
It might get worse, or might get better.
Squeak and rattle. I just imagining a baby with a rat. It might be in your bonnet. Who knows? Yeah.
Well, anything's possible. Yeah, they do like to find somewhere warm to nest.
Oh yeah.
I had an old Saab which was off the road for quite a while because it's an old Saab. And when I finally got round, it was like off the road over winter. And then when I went to sort of try and get it going again in the spring, it seemed that some mice had made a home in the, not the air box, but I suppose it might have been the air box. So when you turn the fans on, rather than just fresh air coming in, you've got fresh air plus a load of mouse shit and chewed up paper and all this stuff being flung at your face.
So it wasn't actually just like a 5D theater experience.
Yeah, that was fun. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I guess cars are really good for those kind of small, creepy, crawly animals to find places to hide in and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And it's hard for a predator to get to them as well. So
yeah, they just fill up your scuttle panel with nuts and I'm just going to chill out here for 6 months.
There is a segue there. Of course, I got my car back and I took it for a spin this weekend to a family member's cabin with the family. So we done quite a lot of mileage, which is fun and not, well, given all the money I spent on it. But we went with some friends of ours and they had to leave a day early because their kid got sick. And on the way home, he got sick, like on the inside of the door. And a car has a lot of crevices for small critters to hide themselves and nest and whatnot. And the same orifices also is brilliant places for vomit. And we got a message today that, we're still cleaning it and it's difficult. And I had an anecdote to that. And I know a friend of mine in high school, he got sick after one or too many beers. So he threw up on the inside of a door of a friend. And he tried to wash that off. with the result of, no, I'll just sell the car for parts, because I mean, you could take the door apart and whatnot and chemically try to rinse it. It did not work. Of course, that was not the funny story our friends wanted, being in the midst of trying to clean said door. So yeah, cars are fun, aren't they?
They're fun. They're expensive. I got a nail in my tire this week, so I had to get a new tire.
Yeah, you
but
did.
because it's all-wheel drive, I needed 2 new tires because you've got to have the same tire across axles. So, yeah, £300 lighter. Thank you very much.
But I mean, couldn't you just screw it out, put some glue on it, and screw it back in?
The thought did cross my mind, but I have one of those little patching kits. But this thing was so close to the edge; it's not in the bit that you can really patch safely. It was really right on the shoulder. So, yeah. And the annoying thing is that they're not even that old, these tires. Yeah, about 18 months, maybe about a couple of thousand miles on them at best.
Did you piss off a construction worker, or?
Not that I'm aware of, but anything's possible.
It was a really cheap, like, police spike trap that you drove over. With just a single nail.
Screws.
They just had a box of screws that you throw on the road and hope for the best.
Did you bring the skit? Did you bring the skit? What do you call it? Stinger. Did you bring the stinger? No, I left it in the other car. But I've got this box of screws. Oh, that'll do.
How illegal is it to make one of those yourself? I mean, it's probably illegal to use it, but would it be illegal to own it as well?
That'll be one of those things, isn't it? It's like back in the day when you had those radar things on your dashboard. Then they sat in that sort of grey area. They certainly did here. You could go and buy one, and you could fit it to your car, and you could turn it on. But if you acted on information that you got from it, then you've broken the law.
Yeah.
I remember wanting one of those. I mean, by the time I had my driver's license, radar guns were basically swapped out for lasers. But what I remember is it gave you an indication that it is a radar up there, but by the time it gives you the indication, they have already hit you and got the radar signal back. It's quick. Yeah. So it doesn't really help, and it's even worse with laser. They still try to sell you something to put on the dash that tells you that there's a laser there, but if they hit that device, they got the beam back as well, so they clocked you already. So it's basically just buying you 5 seconds of early. Yeah, you better start bracing yourself for that ticket because it is coming. So
yeah, all it's doing is it's making someone selling speeding gizmos a lot of cash. It's not doing anything for you, is it?
Nope.
Nope. That's capitalism.
Yeah.
Anyone made anything this week?
No. KJ? Maybe.
Well,
have you compensated for the two of us not making anything?
Well, that depends on how you look at it. I mean, we have altogether remade this podcast with the rebranding. So, I mean, you can count yourself in that part as well.
Yeah.
That's true. We have a shiny new logo.
Exactly.
A very 80s inspired synthwave logo.
Yeah. I love it.
Show how old we are.
This is modern. Not if you saw it the first time, it ain't.
It's like kids these days discovering bands. Oh, The Offspring. Yeah, I've heard about them.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. It's as vintage as we are.
Yeah.
It's like the kids wearing the Nirvana t-shirts. And I go, oh, Nirvana. Oh, no, you probably won't have heard of them. Actually, I have. And I know where I was when I heard that Kurt Cobain died.
Yeah, me too, actually. I was in a bus stop.
I was in a rehearsal room.
Oh, yeah. I just realized I'm the youngest of us then. We never talked about your age, Phil, but I pieced together a timeline here out of obscure references.
Well, my birth year is in the 1970s.
Yeah,
So
makes sense.
I don't know about you two.
Just on the other side of 80.
Ah.
So yeah, you're still a young one, Haavard. And yeah, we couldn't get a new guy who was younger than us. I would be the old guy. That doesn't scan with me. No, I'm the middle child of the
It
podcast.
doesn't work.
Yes.
The weird middle one.
In contrast to the weird young one and the weird old one.
You call him weird.
Yes. Well, I hope
Okay,
that our
slightly
listeners are fine with the rebranding. That we now make crude mistakes instead, which I feel is a good. It's like something we tell people to do. I'm totally losing words here, because I mean, if you're gonna do a mistake, it should be crude.
Yeah, and you should make a lot of mistakes.
I agree.
I mean, we sure do.
Yeah. And if you're not making mistakes, you're probably not making enough.
You're not trying at all.
Yeah, you're not trying.
I mean, we're not saying that you should try make mistakes. I mean, you just. I mean, it's enough.
No, you should be open for it.
Yeah,
That's it.
No, absolutely. Because, if it was easy, everyone would do it.
Kind of feels like everyone is, but yeah.
Yeah. I do like that.
yeah, I know
poster
which
I saw
one.
once.
We don't do it because it's easy, but because we thought it was easy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That is very much.
That one.
Yes. That's very much the maker community in a nutshell, I think.
That's how you start a project. How hard can it be? And then 2 years later, it was kind of hard, but here we are.
2 years, thousands of pounds invested in tools, multiple injuries. But look at my coffee
the wobbly
table.
coffee table.
It's not wobbly, it has character.
Yeah. But going back to blah 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 blah. We can't talk today. It feels like what I've done the past week. I've published 2 videos at a little experiment of just publishing 2 videos at the same time and see what happens. Might not be a good thing, but it felt like I need to publish the first one and then have for the companion video to actually make sense.
Yeah, cause that was the fun thing though, because I saw the one video, and then you referenced that scoop, and I thought I had a firm grip of your video catalog. Like, I don't remember seeing that. Like, and then I just had to go to your channel and click on your videos, and oh, sneaky bastard!
Like 5 minutes before, so got the timeline right.
Surprise
But
second
it
video.
took me almost 2 months since the last video I published, so it felt just right to put out 2 at the same time.
Well, I completed the thing we can't talk about. Yeah. All bar a little bit of paint and some final assembly. But obviously, this all been filmed, but there's no video yet.
But you hope there's a video in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, there's definitely a video in there somewhere. Yeah. No, some of it I'm even quite pleased with.
It's nice to hear that there's progress. I've also got an idea for a thing that I can't talk about, that I made overly complex, I think. So I'm kind of feeling the time is running out. Not that there is a very specific deadline we're talking about here, of course. So
Yeah, I kind of feel the same, that time is running out, because my workshop is currently 3 projects are taking up space in different quadrants of it, and I feel I need to finish them. But the one that I'm actually actively filming, so to say, I started it so long ago, so I can't really remember where I left off. So I don't know how to end the video without starting to edit it and see where were I going? What trick? Yeah.
Where was I going? What even was this supposed to be?
Yeah, I know what it was supposed to be because it didn't really pan out that good. This is the pewter casting, because the first molds I made were all really crappy because apparently I can't do mold making, I wasn't a mold maker savant, so I couldn't do it just without any practice or just trying to reason how to do it. But then, I mean, I managed to make some molds at the end that worked rather well, but I don't really remember where I stopped filming and how I've presented it. So I guess I have to more or less rough edit it and then see how to end it all. Because, yeah,
See what's
and
left
I
over.
feel a kind of a deadline for it because both my kids are into pewter casting now, and we've run out of pewter because my kids say, "Oh, this is nice. I want to keep this," and they've stashed like half the pewter reserves in their rooms instead, so we don't really have that much to recast.
Yeah.
And I need some kind of a spread for the final shots of the video, so I need to film that so we can recast them to something else, or I just have to buy more pewter. But yeah, it's kind of expensive to buy it new, so I like to buy it used instead. But it's not a huge market for that.
And your flea market's not full of old pewter tankards that you can just go and buy cheaply?
No, I mean the flea markets are kind of bad around here. Maybe I should look in the Goodwill stores.
Yeah,
They might
maybe.
have some, because yeah. But I mean, that was part of it. I did melt down some old drinking cups, but that worked kind of fine. So we just have to figure out how to identify pewter in in the store. But that, yeah, maybe that. Because I mean, the car boot sales around here are rubbish. It's mostly just broken toys and clothes. It feels like it's. Yeah, I feel I don't know if I'm living in the wrong region of the country or if just people are rubbish at our car boots generally.
I think that there is a core of diehard car bootsists. Is that even a word? But
That'll do.
I think at
Car
least in
bootists.
Scandinavia, we have a slightly decent developed like online marketplace, and at least in Norway we have one huge one that everyone uses, so you can find everything there, and if you post something there, if it's of interest of anyone, they will find it and then they will come and take it off your hands. You don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to fill your car and talk to people. So I feel that's might have been the nail in the coffin for the car boot sale.
Yeah, I think things like Vinted and eBay also did for it. They certainly did here because you used to go and get some really good stuff at car boots, and even in charity shops or Goodwill. But now everybody thinks I've got an old thing, so therefore it must be incredibly valuable. So it's going on eBay at some ridiculously inflated price.
I guess we all fall for the Antiques Roadshow and Storage Wars and whatnot. Everything is gold.
I used to love that Storage Wars show. It was so ridiculous. Congratulations, you've just bought an entire room full of crap. You definitely think it's going to be, you're going to make your money back. You're not going to make your money back.
That would have been cool, though, to just go through all the episodes, because there are several shows, and do the statistics on it. And then just my gut feeling tells me that if you do that, the conclusion is don't spend money on it. There might be one. It's like playing the lottery. I mean, if you start throwing statistics at it, then you won't play.
But we all have those dreams of avarice, don't we? That this time is going to be, I'm going to wake up in the morning 135 million pounds richer.
Yeah,
you're not. But I might.
I mean, you won't if you're not playing. So, of course, you have to drive to the odd storage locker sale auction thing.
But I mean, it's more fun as an activity, at least, than playing the lottery, because they're just picking numbers and hoping for it. I mean, now you have to, more or less clean out like a small house where someone has died in your family or something like that. Clean it out just for fun.
Have a real fun day. We're going to go and flog all of our Mildred stuff.
That sounds like a weekend.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of the weekend, I almost bought a boat.
Okay, almost.
Yeah,
and
almost.
What kind?
Casual.
I showed the utmost of self-constraint in not buying it. We were out on Sunday. We're doing a road trip from the cabin, and then we went to a place where they sell it's a local bakery, and outside there was a trailer with a boat on it, and it like a huge for sale sign. And it is, if you think of those paddle boats that like campgrounds and whatnot always have that you can rent for an hour or two, imagine a large one of those, but instead of the pedal part, you have like a transom for a outboard engine. And it was shaped like a car. Like an old car. It was like Chitty Chitty Bang Bang on pontoons. And it was amazing. And I was like, God damn it. And there was a phone number there. And I was like, I took a picture of it. I'm like, should I just send a message to ask just for the hell of it how much? But then I realized, if it's a low enough number, I'm going to have to haul that shit back home. And I don't got any room for it. And it's not a good boat. And it's sure as hell not a car. But I mean, still, it's the coolest boat I've ever seen in my life. I even had the name for it. Like, it should be like Boaty McCarface. But,
Sounds very much like you, at least.
I'm sure we've all had those moments, haven't we, where you look at something and go, this is a terrible idea, but I want it. This is an absolute money pit. I've got nowhere to put it. It's going to ruin me, but I want it.
Yeah, I mean, I think the important part of that, Sandra, is I got nowhere to put it. That is, in most cases, what stops me from those stupid ideas. So it's really good for me that I don't have somewhere to put it. Because if I had, then it could get dicey quickly.
Yeah. And I suppose that hooks back into what you were saying about having 3 projects on the go. I can't possibly do that because my garage is so small to begin with and also so full of crap. It is very much one thing at a time.
So how much in your workshop is, crap, and how much is stuff that's actually usable, and how much is really nice stuff, and how much is tools and all the things you need to work with it all?
That's a great question. Well, it used to be sort of mostly filled with tools and useful stuff that I was going to use at some point.
Standard.
But then I sort of took on, or rather I stopped paying for the storage unit, which had all of my parents' stuff in it. Because best friend in the world, well, one of them's not with us anymore, and the other one ain't going to need all this stuff. So rather than paying month on month for a storage unit for all their stuff, I got rid of some of the big pieces. And when you're looking at a storage unit, And you say, oh, it's just a few boxes. This is fine. I've got room for that. And then you bring those just a few boxes back home and put it into your already quite well populated garage. And all of a sudden, those just a few boxes ends up taking up the entire garage. So I'm still at a point where if I want to use the first sort of 2 meters of the garage, I have to move stuff out of the garage, out of the way, which is fine unless it rains. And then it just gets wet. So I'd say 50% is crap, which I've still yet to dispose of. And then 40% my crap, which it'll definitely probably get used. I know I've got stuff which dates back. Yeah, I've had it for 10 years. I'll definitely find a use for it one day. And then my very small bench. Yeah. So it's definitely one thing at a time. That's why I wanted to get the thing that I can't talk about finished, because otherwise it's just an albatross across the shoulders.
Yeah.
Yeah. Constantly pecking in your ear. Oh, you haven't done this yet. You haven't done this yet. You still haven't done it.
So now that you got your workshop back, so to say, what of all the things that you haven't been able to do have been calling out for you most? And do you care about it now?
I do care about it. There's a video I really want to do, which I don't think anybody else would possibly be interested in watching because it's very, very specific to me. But I want to make a video of finishing things off that I haven't done yet.
Okay.
Because I know there's a load of projects which I've done and I've published the videos, but I know in the back of my mind, this ain't finished.
Yeah.
There. So I want to do a lot of tying up. It's like my Dutch tool chest. My original plan, there's a top box that fits inside it. And 5 years later, I still haven't made it. So I'm going to make it.
It sounds like, it would be a good compilation video as well of all the things. Just, yeah.
Yeah, all the things I just never got around to finishing.
Ends.
One video, tying up loose ends, not winding down the channel or anything like that. Some people might see it that way. Putting affairs in order.
It do sound a bit like death cleaning.
Thank you very much. The Phil Makes Things experiment has been concluded. Thank you for your patience.
Oh, God. Yeah. You shouldn't see yourself as an experiment. That's...
Everything's an experiment.
Well, you can see it that way, I guess, yeah.
This thing called life is an experiment.
Yeah. And no one has lived to tell the tale, so...
No.
And that's a good thing.
100 years from now, all of us in this room will be dead and your government is doing nothing about it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that I want my government to do something about that, actually.
I mean, if they were, though, it would have been bad. Really, something have gone really bad. It's not like, oh, he did a great thing, we have to erect a statue. So that's never going to happen. So yeah, he stumbled into something like the dipshit he is. So now we have to clean up the mess.
Exactly. He came, he saw, now we need to hire a skip.
But now we can not only double back, but we can triple back, because I've been doing a little bit of making a la KJ. I've been running several projects in parallel, and I had to go back and watch my own videos from the previous time where I left off to know what am I going to do now to have a seamless transition here. Because I did record something, and then, like, when I went back and like put the video into the editing software, and then I looked at the last clip. I already said this. I already done this. So it's like I double back up a bit too far.
Wait, I've got a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
I've already done it. I'm going to have to come up with another brilliant idea.
But it did the most making I've done the last week, being almost not at home. I've been playing Foley Artist because I want to make some
Nice.
sound effects to the my next video, and then I realized I can buy all of them online, and then this kind of adds up. I mean, it's $1 here and $2 here, but suddenly it's $20, and then you would like to use them several times, so you have to like get a multiple license, and well, this is kind of expensive. And then, of course, as always, how hard can it be? Turns out, some things are very hard. Some things are easier, but I made the crackling fire sound by opening these peanuts, like the outer shell, just like twisting that, you get the crackling sound.
Yeah.
So you just team that sound up with a video of a fireplace. Nobody's the wiser. Of course, bird chirping in a jungle I struggled with, so I bought that one. Yeah, all knocking on the door and tapping on footsteps on the floor and everything. It's been a hoot, just bringing a microphone around and making sounds. Does this sound like? No. What if I do this? Yeah, maybe. And then, yeah. So I'm not done yet, but I have a small window. I mean, if you want to record sounds, you can't have any other sounds. So the washer dryer can't be running, the dishwasher can't be running, the kids can't be awake. And I mean, in the stage in life that we are, it kind of narrows down you have a 20-second opening at 9:30.
Yeah, I very much feel that, because when I did the voiceover for the Pergola video, I did it late at night when the kids are off at bed. So I just went down in the basement here where I record a podcast as well. And then my wife went and took a shower, and all the water pipes are going through this room where I am, so you hear it.
Yeah.
Well, shh, okay, I need to take a break for 10 minutes while she showers. So it was, I mean, you can't really be annoyed for someone using the bathroom in the house you share, but still it's a bit annoying.
I mean, we redid the plumbing here a few years ago. The main pipe runs through my workshop because that's the place where we put it. And most people don't spend time in their garages filming themselves. But there you are. And it's always the best clip of the day. And then it's like right at the end, you hear because someone went to the toilet and they just flushed it. I'm like, God damn it. And now you have to retake it. And then, can't remember what you said or how you said it or,
Yeah, my garage only has the big door at the front. There's no side door or anything. So when I'm in there, the garage door is open for light. And there's always a time when you're doing a voiceover or you're talking about what's on the bench or this sort of stuff, and you've just got it just right, and then someone drives past with their old banger and just and someone's idling around the corner. It's like, go away! Can't you see I'm creating here?
I mean, you could get like a sawhorse and put like a paper on it, like filming in action or something like that, and just block off the street. I see they do that when they make a movie production. So, yeah.
I mean, you could do that into a project as well, Haavard, with your problem. Just build an override on the toilet so you can't flush it when you push a button in the on-air side. And then it's...
that when we're on that subject, it is... It is. It's a sad subject. Our toilet. I mean, the upstairs toilet. I don't know when they installed it. I think they redid the bathroom in 2001. So it's. I mean, it's not old. It's just 24 years old. And at some point, the flushing mechanism broke. And of course, I open it up, and yeah, I just need to glue this part back on, and yeah, it worked again for half a year, and then it broke again. So then, all right, I cut a metal piece and I melt that into the plastic to reinforce it, and then it worked for a year. And then that broke. And then, of course, we had a toilet. And I mean, I know, and my wife knew, and the kids know, I mean, which thing to push to make it flush. And then, of course, we realized we had guests over, and they're like, how do you flush this thing? And yeah, it just becomes awkward. So I thought, all right, I'll fix it. And then I 3D printed the button and the holder, and that worked beautifully. I mean, it's like, yes, we don't have to get a new toilet ever. This is a money saver and a future saver, and brilliant. Today it broke again. It's a different part. So it's obvious that all the plastic components have reached to that point in their life that they've become brittle. So if you fix one thing, you're just adding strain on another part that breaks. And then the question is, how long am I going to keep 3D printing parts to it until I just 3D printed an entire toilet? But then again, people have done that before.
I was going to say your next logical step here is a 3D printed toilet, isn't it?
But didn't Emily, the engineer, already do that? I think so. Or maybe it wasn't a toilet. I don't remember.
It rings a kind of a bell, but still.
Yeah. And then, of course, I mean, a toilet, at least the ones that is bog standard, it doesn't cost that much. Oh, fuck it. We'll just get a new toilet instead of. Then I realized how much. I don't want to remove and install a new toilet, but I'm also too cheap to pay a plumber to do it because it is relatively straightforward. So,
but it's still not fun.
No, and because still, 3D printing is funnier still. Yeah. So I'll have to think about it.
I mean,
it's not fun, but these things aren't made exactly the same way, are they? So you take out the old one, you get your new shiny toilet in. Fantastic. And all my plumbing's in slightly the wrong place.
That's a good point. That because something is not going to fit.
Yeah, I changed the toilet in the cellar, and that's I don't know if I planned well or just got lucky because the toilet I bought secondhand it fit perfectly. But I mean both the toilet that I got for like 15 quid. And I mean, the old toilet that was broken, it had some water in it hiding somewhere when you lifted it and tilted it. So it's not fun removing and installing that. Not fun at all.
Yeah, that being said, I'm a prude in that sense. Doesn't matter how cheap it is, even if it is one of these Japanese singing heat cable toilets. I'm not getting a used one. That is, I mean, it's worth enough getting your own out, but when I'm installing a new one, I want it to be clean from the factory. Yeah, no surprises there.
I'll take every toilet is tested at least once in the factory.
Yeah.
That's a rough job.
You've got to check for cracks and leaks and all that sort of stuff. So, they plumb it in and, have a curry.
What kind of diet do you need?
Really stress test it.
I'm conflicted there because when I buy something, I want it to be thoroughly tested. But
condoms as well.
Yeah, I don't want a half-baked one that breaks. So
I want the flush all 9,000. Doesn't matter what you throw at this thing. It'll get it out of your house.
And all your system and pipes as well, just flush everything out. This is a hole underneath it.
Yep, exactly.
I want a toilet where you need to leave the door open so it doesn't suck the walls in.
Some kind of compression hatches as well. Just
So what you're saying is you just want the toilet cubicle to 747.
Oh,
That's going to make a hell of a racket in your recordings, though.
yeah, but then it's like, boom, and it's done.
You know, that's... I'm not sure if I want to tell this story, but...
Yes, you do.
There you go. Yeah.
You've started now, haven't you?
Of course, I worked for many years in the shipbuilding industry, and when you build a new ship, you go to a sea trial before you give it to the client. You go out and you test that it actually works in all aspects of ship functioning. And of course, the toilets in modern ships are the ones, it's the jets vacuum toilet. So that you have a huge vacuum system, and then you have a lot of toilets around that comes in like these pre-made toilet shower units, and you just hook them up and you attach a wire to the electricity to open the valves and start the suction and whatnot. It's relatively simple. And then, of course, I was going on one of these sea trials, and they usually last for 3 or 4 days. So you come with your duffel bag, and you board the ship, and you get your room, and then you go up there. And I wasn't supposed to do anything for a couple of hours, and I just had a curry, and then I'll just go to the toilet. Now, what I didn't do is I did not press the button to test it first. So, of course, I went to the toilet and like, happy-go-lucky. And then when you've done your business, and then I got up and pressed the button, nothing happened. Like, God damn it. Because what do you do then? Do you just hope for the best? Or did someone post a sign that the toilets are out of commission for the entire trip, so you should use some portable ones that are brought on board? I did not check anything, but of course, in my mind, I went through all these scenarios, and all of them ended up in me having to go up to the wheelhouse to talk to the sea trial manager to, there's an issue with one of the toilets. I mean, I came into my room and someone has already shat in my toilet. I want a different room. But of course,
I don't know what's going on here, pal.
This is not funny.
Something's in there which shouldn't be there.
But luckily, of course, it took a few minutes, and then it was just a power outage in the system, so it worked after like 2 minutes, so I did not have to leave. But it was on the same trip. They also make these units back to back, so that if you have 2 sleeping compartments, they are mirrored so that the toilet units are back to back, because that makes the plumbing easier, of course. And since you have an electric wire to a switch, so it's just shorted and then it starts the vacuum. And one of the electricians has switched the wiring.
So you flush your neighbor's toilet.
You flush your neighbor's toilet.
Surprise!
Surprise, motherfucker! Because these toilets, they are really loud. At least when you're not expecting them, they're like. So you could press the button.
And conversely, you've just done something terrible in yours, and you have to bang on the wall.
Can you press the button?
Can you flush my lap for me?
Yeah, what would you do if the system was out? Because I mean, those vacuum toilets, you can't do anything if the system isn't up. I mean, a regular toilet, they're just dumping a bucket of water in it and it'll be fine.
Yeah,
but that you have to. Yeah, that must have been really a hard 2 minutes for you.
Go around knocking. Does anyone have a plastic bag? I mean, it was a new ship, right? So everybody was wearing these blue shoe covers, the plastic ones that you put on. I mean, so you could always scoop it out, I guess. But yeah, where do you put it? Yeah.
You just casually stroll off on deck and whoop over the side. There you go.
Just gliding on the side of the ship.
I mean, to summarize the event, I in those 2 minutes, I generated a lot of questions that I did not want to figure out the answer to. And luckily, I did not have to.
Oh. Oh, Phil chose to mute himself when he was laughing.
Was that the metaphorical flag of let's go to the half pint there, Phil?
I think it felt very half-pinty at least.
Well, on those disturbing pictures, we'd like to thank you for staying. And then hopefully we didn't scare you off.
Composure has been regained.
Are you sure about that?
Well, semi-regained.